welcome to another episode. I'm Diesel and Anita here from Getting Around Oz Camper Trailer Travelling. What's it like?
A shower and a bath. It looks like relaxing too.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
Oh. Nearly went over, didn't you? So this is the moment that I was hoping wouldn't happen. Welcome to another episode. I'm Diesel and Anita here from Getting Around Oz Camper Trailer Travelling. So a little bit going on today so far. So yesterday, or last episode, you see we finished up in the rain in the Atherton Tablelands. I'll get it right this time. It didn't stop raining. Sorry, raining's a generous term. It was actually pouring rain all last night, all the morning, and we're actually going to head up to Cape Tribulation and go to the Daintree, Port Douglas, Mosman Gorge, that sort of stuff. But it's actually going to pour rain for the next week. It's actually getting worse the next few days. Unfortunately, we don't have a week to wait around and see this thing through. So
we've finally found the downside to the camper. While it is great on mileage compared to a caravan, yeah, in the pouring rain it's not so nice packing it up and opening up again. So, but that's okay. We love our choice.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I got pretty soaked, but you know, that's the way it was. But well, we had a pretty average start coming up through the Gillies Ranges. I actually recorded it. I don't know, probably the second half of it. Coming up through there, it was pouring rain, so you know, it was pretty sketchy drive through there, but the drive was absolutely bloody beautiful. We'll start off with that. We'll sort of show you a bit of that, and then she just went through the Innet Hot Springs. But you'll see in the video there, actually my foot's still a bit sore. I nearly burned my foot.
Basically, they have a fracture line that runs under Innet, and the water goes down to pretty much touch the centre of the earth almost, and come back up really hot.
Yeah. So read the sign, read the warning signs. It won't do what I did. And yeah, we're going to see where we end up today. If the weather holds up, we might check out the Cobalt Gorge probably tomorrow morning, I think, and
yeah,
keep going anyway. Well, yeah, we'll show you that the drive through there, and hopefully it's a nice watch. Just keep an eye out for the water runoffs or cascading down the hills there. Hopefully the footage captures that.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. We drove through there yesterday and there was not a single drop running down those mountains. I guess that shows how much it rained overnight.
Yeah, bloody poured it did. Anyway, obviously I'm still a bit bitter about the night in the morning, but it was what it was. If you like the channel, hit the subscribe button and like the video and all that sort of stuff. And anyway, let's get into it. Anyway, we've just dropped into Innet Springs. Sorry, Innet Hot Springs. Is that right? Yeah. Innet Hot Springs. Oh wow. Actually, yeah, it does feel warm in spots. Yeah, that's actually hot. Yeah, so stay there. That's actually hot. Is it like?
A shower and a bath. It looks like relaxing too.
It's relaxing.
Yeah.
Oh. You nearly went over, didn't you? Well, that's really strange. We're not sure what's going on. We haven't done our homework and read up on it.
I think I like it.
But yeah, careful. It's actually hot there, mate. Anyway, we'll read up and we'll do a bit of homework and work out why. Yeah, why it's actually warm. I guess you've seen a sign back there saying, "Careful, make sure you wear footwear because it scalds. It burns your bloody feet," is what it says. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering how you get here, like that bridge there is the main road through town. So there's actually a little hotel there. There's a caravan park just up in there we can stay, which seems fairly neat. But yeah, literally just runs on this bridge here. And righto, a bit of free advice for you. See there, it says footwear recommended. Don't be an idiot like me and just cruise through in your bare feet going, yeah, it's a bit warm, but she's right. Wear your bloody thongs and you'll be right. There's lots of little holes there you can dig in the sand and just sit there and have a bloody bath. Like I said, you know, at the time we had a plan to stop here, and unfortunately we only left Cairns this morning and packed up in the pouring rain, and it just poured and I got satched, and it wasn't real pleasant. So unfortunately in those types of moments you just want to get the hell out, and that's what happened. So didn't really plan to get through, and I honestly completely forgot about it, all the excitement of the morning. But yeah, if you get a chance, give yourself some time and yeah, go and have a sit down there and just have a sit there. It's bloody beautiful. Give you a bit of a roundup or a bit of a follow-up on the situation with the wet gear. Obviously we packed up in Cairns in the rain, in the torrential rain I should say. Literally we're in puddles, we're packing puddles into the camper van, into the camper trailer as we're packing it up, so I couldn't do a thing about it. Obviously because of that, it meant the annex got pulled down in the rain. So obviously we had to pack a few things up, and I think it was after Harvey Bay we had some problems with water in the camper. So we thought we'd share with you what our experience was this time. And I think we got confirmation, it appears, in case you're doing it with a Robson, make sure you don't leave the cover that goes at the top at home. Like I did, I thought, no, it's not going to rain. It's just a dust cover, really, anyway, so what do I need it for? But we got some water in. I'll maybe let Annette explain sort of what got wet and what you tried to do.
Yeah, so because we didn't have the cover, I tried leaving the plastic covers on the inside that you use to stop mozzies and that coming up, because it came in a lot there last time. So that worked a fair bit. We still got moisture. I laid towels over the bed
So what she's referring to there is the water was coming in through the seals. We thought it might have just been on the ends, but it looks like it was coming through the ends. So obviously you got the lining where the top comes over. That's where the water's been coming in. Also, that's where the cover would protect you. And of course, Nita had this hashed up this plan.
Yeah, so it did still get wet from the canvas. I guess the canvas was that wet. As soon as it touched the bed, it did go through. I did put a load of sheets down, so luckily it didn't get too bad on the bed. But the other place that it's coming in from is the door. So the seal around the door and all around the inside there, and anything that was kind of laid down on the couches was all wet as well.
The water in the door seals, I guess, was a surprise. It's something we weren't prepared for.
It was heavy rain as well. I did read on the news report last night that parts that we drove through yesterday are now flooded. Part of the river leading up to the Tablelands area is now flooded. You can't actually drive through it, so it was pretty heavy rain.
Unfortunately, we opened up the camper last night. It was damp. We got out these wet things, sheets and those types of things, doonas, towels, you know, these things we try to use, but parts of the bed were wet as well. And when we went to sleep last night, it did smell damp. I also opened up the flap on one of the ends, and we actually put the window down a bit as well, so we had sort of 3 windows open. And I noticed sometime throughout the night, while that, you know, maybe that far on the end of one of the beds on the ends was actually damp when we went to sleep. You wake up sometime during the night and that had all completely dried out. And we sort of woke up this morning and most of the Cairns side of the camper had dried out and didn't have that damp feel about it as well, so that was pretty good then. Anyway, that was the experience with the rain and the wet. And yeah, that's what it's like, and unfortunately when it rains it sucks. You can't do much about it, but it is what it is, and hopefully get out the rest of the stuff aired out tonight. We should be good. I hope there's no more rain.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Alright, I got my little buddy Zach help me out the Tyre and holding the camera. So this is the moment that I was hoping wouldn't happen. We're in Clonton Curry at the moment, and I'll take the tyre off in a second. I'll show you exactly why we're changing the tyre. We're I think we're coming through the mountain range in Grafton, and we had a bit of scallop in the inside, and unfortunately with the, you know, super hot out here, and I think the heat in the tyres on the roads yesterday has just tipped it over the edge. And yeah, you can see it's just down the inside of the tyre there. As you see, it's just got the wear on the inside. The outside's nice, no worries at all. There's occasional, again, the occasional one, but you see, got a bit in there. But anyway, we're booked in for a wheel alignment in Darwin, so it'll be a couple of days to get there. So unfortunately we're just going to have to sacrifice a tyre to trying to get there, because we just couldn't get in anywhere. Everyone's booked in for a bit close, mate. Just go back a bit more, back a bit. Thank you. Yeah, we just couldn't get anywhere else here, where it's just too bloody booked out. So it is what it is. It's just what it's like out here. So what I've done is I put the brand new tyre off the back on the passenger side, which is fine. So this is actually, the the used one that was on the passenger side, I'm going to put on this side. So if I'm going to torch the tyre, which looks like I'm going to do, then I'll go, I'll torch the used one. And that way when we get up there or wherever we are, we'll get some new tyres, we'll get some all-terrains. So these mud tyres, and we might get some more mileage out of them. But anyway, we'll try and get this one on it. And something else I was gonna do when I was at home back in Perth, and I didn't do it, and I should have, was buy a bloody a battery drill. So it would have made this a bit easier. But that's alright. The old school way still works, doesn't it? Plan is from here, we're going to be in Mount Isa in a couple of hours, so we might have a better look around there, but we're mostly focused on trying to get up the territory and get see some of the hot springs. But for Mount Isa, the only thing we may be interested in doing there is a mine tour, which we'll see if the kids are into. If the kids aren't into it, then we won't bother, because they'll just be bored and we'll just be happy to get out of there. So we'll see how we go. And I guess we'll find out further down the road when we get to Darwin, we get the trailer checked out. So we're not just getting a wheel line, we're going to get a service there as well, because obviously we've done quite a few Ks since we left Perth. There's this tyre has a lot of oil and crap coming out. Unsure if it was a cap holding oil, but this one here has got a lot of oil and shit around. Sorry, a lot of oil and crap on the tyre, and the wheel, sorry. So there may be something else going on with the wheel, I'm not too sure. But if anyone knows, chuck it in the comments. Because like I said, it's not a field I work in, or I've had a super amount of experience in. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, because obviously you can see the oil and crap on that one. Yeah, like this rim is reasonably clean compared to the other one, as you can see on the back there. But anyway, that's it for now. We'll see if we find something to do in Mount Isa. Ready to go. Alright, well that sort of wraps things up here in Queensland. We're at I'm not sure how to say it. Camooweal? Is it Camooweal? Look up the sign here. Camooweal. There's no R on it, it's a W. So I just answered a couple of questions before we wrap up. So we stayed in Cloncurry, where I think it's the Cloncurry Oasis caravan park. There's two major ones, but sorry, three. That's one we stayed at. $20 a night, $5 for kids, unpowered. Obviously we don't need that sort of stuff with an overnighter. I guess why do we choose that as opposed to a free camp, which we thought about doing a little bit further out. I was thinking bloody hot late in the day, even at sort of 5 o'clock it was still like 35 degrees, so decided to keep punching on for a bit and made it to town there, and got ourselves a little spot. I will show you. The last thing that we had to dry out from Cairns was this mat. This is where I keep it. That was still damp because eventually I just sort of had to pack it up and put it in here. I got the mat out and laid it down on the ground, and it smelled pretty wet and damp and yuck, but after a couple of hours and in the morning suddenly it's all dried out. And what else is there? Fuel mat. Definitely pays for itself. Make the effort and make sure you download it, whether you're on Android or just here or iPhone. It's available. Make sure you get it. Like places like Cloncurry, there was I think it was like a 20 cent per litre difference, depending on which servo you went to. And of course, you're filling up a tank. You can save yourself a decent amount of moolah. So definitely worth it even out here now and trying to work out where we fuel up, this town or the next town. You know, I got $1.70 here. We just filled up at versus three ways over in the Territory. I think it's about 170 there, but there's a town just before that which is 190. So again, I think it's about 350 k's to the first place and 430 to three ways. So again, we're looking at filling our tank up there, and we can save ourselves, you know, 20 cents a litre. So little things like that come in handy. What else is there? I think that's probably about it. Oh, the other one was we pulled up last night. Anita was looking at some of the news, and it turned out the road we went down through Cairns was at the Gillies Ranges. If we had waited another few hours, we wouldn't have been able to get through. The road was completely flooded, so we wouldn't have been able to get out of Cairns, basically. The downpour just got worse, and downpour sort of got worse, continued, and we would have been stuck there for, you know, probably a week until it all dries out. So while it sucked to leave and to get to a lot of places, we bloody had to, and I'm glad we did. So anyway, we'll keep punching on. That's it for this episode. I just want to say thanks for the support. So far it's been pretty overwhelming, to be honest. With a lot of engagement and feedback and advice on some things as well. And that's, you know, again, we're learning as we're going here as well. That's been super helpful. If you like what you see, subscribe. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like what you're watching, and hit the dinger to stay up to date, as we'll sort of try and keep these punching out weekly. Anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I'm good. If you'd like to see Dion making lunch one time, please hit 3 likes.
It's a bit like me watching you empty the bloody toilet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It might happen sometime, but anyway.
It's
hey, we've all got our skill sets, haven't we? Anyway, so we're just going to make a quick bit of lunch here, and I've got to log in now and get the pass sorted to get into to cross the border. Again, it's out here. It's just not something to think about it. So, oh shit, hang on, I've got to do this, and then suddenly you find out you got no reception for 3-4 hours in a day. So it is what it is. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next episode.